Here is a vital detail many people have missed from the prologue scene. The opening sequence features Boruto without the headband that he later ties towards the end of the fight. But why wasn't Boruto wearing the headband in the first place? Sasuke's outfit, the Prophecised Dark Fate, and this reaction of Kawaki when Boruto wears the headband could help us to solve this time skip mystery. Keep watching to find out about the speech of Sasuke and another miracle that will revert Boruto on the right path. Many people believe during the events of the time skip, Kawaki is the destroyer of the Shinobi system while Boruto is the savior. This theory could either turn out to be true or the biggest misconception in the history of Boruto. In the beginning of the fight, Boruto is wounded, his clothes are torn while he's using the stuff of Sasuke. However, none of these details would make him eligible for the title of the savior as he wasn't wearing the vital thing which entitles him with the honor of a ninja, the Shinobi headband. The reason he ties it up later was to pay a tribute to the Shinobi system and save it from getting annihilated by the hands of his Kama counterpart Kawaki. But why wasn't he wearing the headband in the beginning? That's not the only mystery which needs to be solved. The mysterious cut on his eye and headband and this getup inspired from his master Sasuke also need explanation. So let's theorize what went wrong with Boruto that forced him to give up on the Shinobi regime until this moment. Boruto losing his smile in the time skip and the destruction of his village, betrayal of his peers, along with some hope awakening in the form of a dojutsu. All of these things have already been foreshadowed in the series. The mastermind behind this ugly situation is none other than Momoshiki. He has doomed the blue-eyed boy not once but 3 times with dreadful predictions that were enough to ruin his mental health. The first one dealt with his blue eyes taking away everything from him. It's probably a reference to him witnessing everything turning to dust in front of his eyes. Boruto was born with a privileged life, but the time he defeated Momoshiki, his destiny changed forever. The karma, which later turned out to be a resurrection mechanism of the monster, kept the blue-eyed boy fearful for months. The fear of becoming a monster and harming others made him take the decision of giving up on his own life by the hands of Kawaki. However, Boruto's fate did not seal here and he was granted a new life in the form of an otsutsuki, a pure otsutsuki. That's what Boruto had turned into with the help of Momoshiki. The purpose of Momoshiki behind reviving Boruto remained a mystery till chapter 72, and he even told Boruto that his twist of fate will have nothing to do with this miracle. So could it be that the otsutsuki transformation of Boruto also serves some major purpose? Stay tuned to find out. In chapter 72, Momoshiki appeared to remind Boruto that no matter how hard he tries, but his dark destiny is unchangeable. Momoshiki also revealed his actual purpose of reviving Boruto. It was to take him over, not with the help of the karma or the methods he used earlier. The monster was waiting patiently for Boruto to give up on his will to live, and when that time shall come, Momoshiki will take him over to change his legacy forever. The attire of Boruto from the time skip has somewhat confirmed this prediction, but is it gonna be the end of Boruto? Definitely not. So what will he do to retaliate this situation and regain everything? Well, the answer to this question lies within some other prophecy made by another otsutsuki, and there is even a deeper meaning behind Momoshiki's prophecy that will help us to solve many mysteries. But before discussing them, take a look at this scene from the time skip when Boruto takes out the headband to wrap it around his head. This reaction of Kawaki could be the key to understanding what's actually happening in the time skip. Kawaki seems a bit surprised when Boruto took out that headband and wore it. This means he wasn't expecting Boruto to wear the headband and recall his shinobi roots. Boruto engaging in a fight with Kawaki to stop him from going further was pretty obvious as he had actually went too far. However, if Kawaki knew that Boruto is also as strong as him and he could become an obstacle in his plan of shinobi eradication, why did he took this step in the first place? The most suitable possibility could be that Boruto had also given up on the shinobi regime and Kawaki was expecting some support or no interference from his side. However, Boruto reverted on the shinobi path when Kawaki went violent in executing his plan before figuring out what influenced Boruto to accept the shinobi way of living. Let's figure out what forced him out of it, and that brings us to the deeper understanding of Momoshiki's prophecy. Each time Momoshiki appeared to remind Boruto of his grim fate, it's popularly believed that he was talking about the time skip. But what if I told you most of his prophecies will come true before the time skip? The 3 major events that take place in chapter 72 made me come to this conclusion. It seems like they are foreshadowing something big in the series, so let's dive into it. The first event deals with the involvement of Himawari in deciding Boruto and Kawaki's fate. Himawari questions her mom if she must take the shinobi path in order to help her brother. We all know the entire mess of the time skip is somehow related to the shinobis, so Himawari wanting to become a ninja is the puzzle piece number 1. The second puzzle puzzle piece deals with the prophecy of Momoshiki that is shown immediately after this panel. Boruto becoming depressed, losing his will to live and being unable to change his destiny no matter how hard he tries, provides us another vital hint for the future. The final piece is the arch enemy of the good guys and his formation of the mini tentails that will soon wreak havoc in the Shinobi world. If we try to draw a connection between all of these events, this is what the foreshadowing could be. Himawari becomes a shinobi on the approval of her parents. 2 years pass and Code attacks the village with his tentails army. Himawari, being a shinobi, participates in the war and dies. She is probably the only major character who dies in the war. This leads to the fulfillment of all the prophecies of Momoshiki, from the curse of the blue eyes to an unavoidable misfortune that will turn Boruto depressed. Kawaki, who also shares a strong bond with Himawari, would decide to end this brutal system and could even ask the help of Boruto. The blue Kama wielder, depressed and saddened by the loss of his sister, would ignore the words of Kawaki. He would then erase his chakra signature and flee the village, as he won't be able to face his peers after being unable to save his sister. He would discard the shinobi headband and pledge to never wear it again. As far as the scar is concerned, it's most likely an outcome of Code's attack, as it's not only the eye of Boruto which is damaged, but the headband too, which means he was wearing the headband and was still a shinobi when the attack happened. Now, since Boruto would gradually fall into depression by the grim twist of fate that he never imagined would be so dark, the wait for Momoshiki to possess him shall finally be over. This is where the prophecy of the other Otsutsuki comes into play. Toneri Otsutsuki informed Boruto about the jogan, the unique dojutsu of his right eye that will help him to dispel the darkness. The darkness that Toneri mentioned doesn't only refer to the dark period that is shown in the time skip, but it's also a reference to Boruto's inner darkness and hopelessness that he's gonna suffer after the loss of his sister. He might even get the visions of Toneri, who will teach him to utilize the jogan. Now, the only mystery that remains is the outfit worn by Boruto in the time skip, which belongs to Sasuke. So if everything goes as I theorized, here's how things will go after that. Boruto, upon leaving the village, will spend his life in solitude with constant reminders of the monster about the misery that he has seen in his life. Eventually, the jogan shall awaken and Momoshiki won't be able to talk to Boruto after that. That's why there is no sign of him in the time skip. However, even after all this, Boruto won't head back to the way of shinobi until one day when Sasuke will find him. The havoc of Kawaki in the Konoha village and his scheme of sending everyone to the shinobi realm will force Sasuke to leave the village and search for the only prodigy who can defeat him. Upon meeting Boruto, Sasuke will try to get him back on the right track by giving him a speech about Itachi and many more honorable shinobis. This will relight Boruto's heart with hope and he will decide to take Sasuke's stuff in order to face off his Kama counterpart. The jogan shall also be a key factor in providing an upper hand to the blue-eyed boy. Subscribe for a full video on it. If things go as I predicted, then the statements of the Kama brothers will be a lot more sensible. Boruto says the age of shinobi is over, cause it's technically over, as there is no shinobi present on the planet currently and he himself also had given up on the regime. Boruto saying he didn't expect Kawaki to go this far means he didn't know Kawaki was serious about annihilating the shinobi system after Himawari's death. Kawaki says he will send him to the same place where he sent Naruto. This could be a reference to his Kama power that Amado is obsessed with, sending people to a dimension where time doesn't flow. Boruto takes out the headband from his pocket and wraps it around the head, saying he's still a shinobi, and Kawaki seems surprised by seeing this. Also, a point to be noted is that it's very likely that before leaving the village, Boruto might have returned the headband to Sasuke. There are still a lot of mysteries revolving around Boruto's fate that need to be solved. The most anticipated one is the mystery of the jogan and its impact on Boruto's life. So check out this video to find out about the awakening of the pure eye and the true purpose of Boruto's Otsutsuki transformation. Subscribe for more stuff like this and I will see you next time.